Welcome to the Shield Football Podcast. I'm your host, Fredo. With me today, we got that boy Josh and that boy Jerron. What up, my boys?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Man, not much, man. Just right here. Fortunately, DC couldn't not make it to this episode, but he will be back next week with us. But gentlemen, man, wild card weekend. Talk about a wild card weekend indeed, man. Some quite interesting games, unexpected games. I'm pretty sure there's some tough losses out there, especially for my two co-hosts that's with me in the table right now. Well, gentlemen, overall cap, man, let me know what you think, Josh. Wild card weekend, man. What you think, man?
Playoffs are here. Lots of ups, lots of downs, as you said. Tough weekend for a Cowboy fan, but at the end of the day, it was good to see some football. It's gonna be interesting. Now the playoff bracket is completely shot. Personally. So I'm kind of going into it as a fan of the game now. I'm just gonna see some good football.
Yeah, for sure, man. Jerron, how you feeling today, man? Like people were calling me to make sure, hey man, Jerron good?
Oh,
I was like, man, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm good. It was disappointing. This whole weekend was disappointing. Not only one good game. One game got snowed out, so they had to move it. So we're still looking forward to that. We're looking forward to tonight. But there's only one good game out of the four. And that was kind of controversial, in my opinion, with some of the calls that were and were not made. So, pretty disappointing. I wish it was a little more competitive throughout every game.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. All right, so tonight, man, we still got two more games at least on Central Time where we at 3:30. You know, we still got the Steelers and the Bills, and then for tonight's game, you're gonna have the Eagles and the Buccaneers. Man, like quick recap, real quick before we go into this weekend's games, man. So that being said, we still have two games for tonight. The weather in New York. It looks like it's at right now about 18 degrees. I mean, that's still cold. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure with wind chills and everything, man, I'm surprised to be single digits, to be honest. But no snow. That's good because the past weekend, man, it looked like an episode of Game of Thrones out there.
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah, it did. It was
crazy.
But I'm
paying people $20 an hour to come shovel snow.
Man, but that's what I'm saying, though, man. I'm pretty sure them fans would do it for free, though. You know, I'm pretty sure they'd be out there just to get a seat.
They were having fun out there.
Exactly, man. You know, those are typical Bills fans for you out there, man. And, you know, that's a fan base that most of them love to jump out of freaking their buses and into tables just for the hell of it, man. So
they're different.
They're different over there, man. But that's something that you know, as being spectators from the outside looking in, you know, that it looks funny, you know, it's fun. It's all part of the game. So that game right there looks pretty promising as of right now. You know, it looks like it's going to be played today. And then, of course, we got that Eagles at Buccaneers, and that right there is forecasting as rain over there in Tampa Bay right now. It's going to be at 65, so it's not going to be as cold, but with that rain, man, sheesh. You know, that rain's going to play a factor. To whose advantage, we don't know, man. Because both those teams, you know, the running game is hasn't been that great. So we're gonna see what's up. I'm pretty sure y'all would like the Eagles to lose that game right there.
At this point, I don't care.
But yeah, man. But overall, man, let's do a quick recap real quick, man. Since we're talking about it, Josh, I'm gonna start off with you, man. Between the Steelers and Eagles, man, who you got today, man?
I got Steelers.
You got Steelers?
For sure.
Okay.
Yep, Steelers.
The Steelers and who?
I'm sorry.
Steelers and Bills.
Steelers and Bills, bro. What you here's my accent, man. My bad, bro.
I got Steelers.
Steelers and Bills.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Jay, who you got, man?
Bills. This is gonna be an ugly game. I got the Bills pulling it out at home.
Yeah. All right. Now let's go to the Eagles and Buccaneers. Who you got, Josh?
I got Buck.
You got the Bucks?
Yes, sir.
And
You got two upsets.
yeah,
Two
you
upsets.
got two upsets.
Two
Okay.
upsets. Keep the train going.
Jay?
I'm going with Philly. I'm going with Philly. Probably will play their best game they've played in about 2 months tonight.
Even with Brown out?
Even with
Yeah,
Brown out. So you're gonna see a lot of Jalen Hurts runs, and you're gonna see a lot of pressure on Baker. Baker's gonna fold.
You think so?
Yeah, Baker's gonna fold tonight, and they've had 2 damn near weeks to get ready for this.
Yeah.
because they pretty much just folded that last week. So
Mhm.
I'm sure they already knew where they were gonna go, and I think they should be prepared. You should see the best game they've played in, like I said, 2 months tonight.
Yeah, so for myself, I'm picking the Bills, between the Bills and Steelers, and then I'm gonna pick the upset and with the Buccaneers and
Philly.
Philly. So I got the Buccaneers on that one. So yeah, I'm right there with y'all, man. Like kind of neck and neck. But other than that, gentlemen, y'all boys got anything else from those 2 games right there? No. All right, man. Let's jump into the walk-off weekend, man. Let's start off with the Browns at the Texans, man. Final score 14-45. Texans take care of business at home. Let's go to some game leaders real quick. Flacco, he threw for 46, completed 34 for 307 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions. Top rusher from the Browns, Hunt. He carried the ball 8 times for 26 yards and 1 touchdown. Top receiver was Noku, with 7 catches for 93 yards. Now to the Texans side of the ball. CJ Stroud, he threw for 21, completed 16 for 274 yards, 3 touchdowns. Have a day, my boy. Top rusher from the Texans was Stingling with 13 carries, 66 yards, and 1 touchdown. Top receiver from the Texans was Nico Collins with 6 catches for 96 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my boy, man. Now to some team stats. Total yardage for the Browns, 324, while the Texans had 356. Turnovers, 2 for the Browns and 0 for the Texans. Time possession, this is crazy, man. The Browns had the ball for 35 minutes, and the Texans had it for 24. But that being said, gentlemen, the Texans win this game, move on to the divisional round, and unfortunately, the Browns have to go home and go enjoy Cancun, as what they're saying right now in the NFL world. Jerron, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
It was only a matter of time, like pressure bust pipes. So I love the game plan from the Texans on defense, where they're like, look, let's limit Amari and Njoku. Whatever you do, you get. Whatever you get.
Yeah.
But we know that on our side of the ball, we're gonna keep putting pressure on y'all to keep scoring. And Joe Flacco had the most turnovers since he started, since he became a starter. So it was like, oh, let's like we talked about it when we watched it. Let's zone it up. Let's get pressure, and he don't want to get touched.
Yeah.
The first interception was him terrified of the rush. That was a punt into Nelson's hands. So D'Amico called a hell of a game, and honestly, you're gonna get a lot of praise for CJ, but slow it on offense, and D'Amico on defense called hell of like the perfect games on both sides.
Mhm.
Like the philosophy that they did offensively was perfect. He made it so easy on CJ that it like two of the touchdowns was like gimmies almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like that toss to a quick jailbreak screen was a thing of beauty. And then the hiccup route to Schultz.
Yeah, Schultz.
Wide open. There was and all you had to do is make that layup throw. So I love what their coaching staff did, and they just bossed up, man.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how how pretty they made it. Things are looking up in Houston, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Josh, man, let us know what you think about this game, man.
Man, shout out to the Texans. From the game standpoint, beautiful game plan. Like Dron said, the philosophy, just making the game easy.
Yeah,
This is translatable.
Yes.
This can plug and play, and they can do even with was it Slovic?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Slowick. Slowick can do this 10 different types of ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
this is not just this; it's this, and he can it's flexible. So it's gonna be exciting to see how they translate this to the next divisional round. But shout out to CJ. CJ, youngest quarterback to ever win a playoff game in NFL history. And they're balling out. Defense is playing good. I love to see it, but from a city standpoint, I think this win won the city. Even if the city was kind of on the hills,
Yeah.
now you have the city back in. That crowd was going crazy. Energy in the room was wild. Love to see all the old Houston legends out there. You had Paul Wall and Slim Thug, Bun. They even talking about going on tour now.
Yeah.
So just to see how the city's rallying around behind them. Personally, I have great expectations for them, but if they don't go any further than this round, I think we have enough to say they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for the next 5 years for sure. So, good win. Exciting to see where they go from here, and it's up from here.
Yeah. All right, man. So it's all right. So let me say, man, the energy in Houston right now, man, it's off the roof right now, man. Like the fans, me and Jay and my homie Juan, my father-in-law, we went to Bombshells, and for those who don't know, Bombshells is like a Hooters type of stuff right here that we got here in Houston. And man, the energy just in there alone, Josh, it was going off, man.
I can imagine.
Yeah, man. What's it called? Everybody right there, everybody's feeling it. Every touchdown, every sack, every deflection that the Texans would get it, the crowd was into it, man. And you can tell the energy back in Houston, man. Like it's coming back, and it's exciting, man. And but overall, man, the performance on the field, man. In the first half, man, I was driving concerns with the defense, man. When you go more with the zone, you get more open receivers in the middle, and that was driving concerns because the tight end Nakua, he was being wide open, bro, like 5 yards. And Njoku was having 5 yards around him, nothing but himself, and I was drawing concern, man, and I was venting to my boy Jay, and he said, "Man, don't worry about it, man. Like, watch, man, it's gonna hit." And I said, as soon as we finish talking about it, bro, we get these 2 interceptions, man, and bro, all the way around performance from defense and offense was spectacular, man. These boys played out good, solid, and and the thing what I liked about it also, Josh, is that they did not stop, keep going for these points. In the first quarter, 10 points. Second quarter, 14. Third quarter, 14. And then fourth quarter, 7 points again, man. So every quarter they were putting up points no matter what, and they did not give Cleveland a chance to get back into this game, man. So it was. This is the type of expectations I like to see from the Texans. They did not let the foot out the gas when it comes to the consistency, and keep going and scoring points and put momentum in the team. If this is the product that the Texans were missing for the past 3 years, man. But I'm glad to see it back, man. Man, it's just the energy in H-Town, bro. It just looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
Say about Houston fans, and you can say I'm part of that as well. Is that show us the product on the field and we will come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, what's it called? Like I know people might say, "Oh, you just being a bandwagon and stuff like that." I understand that, man. But you know, us like the everyday people, we don't have money like that to throw away because these ticket prices, they're good enough there. Then top of that, you got to pay for parking, and then you got if you could be drinking and eating in the stadiums, man, you could rack up. If two people go, man, you're gonna spend nearly $500
Yep.
just on tickets, food, parking, all that, man.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But I'm like, that doesn't hurt me to pay that if I know what I'm seeing
Mhm.
can give me some hope.
Mhm.
You
If it's
know?
worth the investment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, give me some hope and I show up, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna show me that you're just gonna roll your backs and not not try,
Yeah.
man, I'm not gonna give my hard earned money that I can
Yeah.
barely afford,
Facts.
you know, go to the stadium, you know. And
Yeah.
for that reasons, I could just stay home and be miserable.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But
that's why the Detroit situation is so special
Yes.
because them
Yep.
cats showed up.
Yeah.
And it was 30 years of nothingness.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Detroit teams like St. Louis was in when the Rams were in St. Louis,
yeah.
Cleveland.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Cleveland.
cold up there. Like
Yeah.
that's why those are the types of towns where that's all they really got.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be diehard no matter what.
Yep.
They're gonna make a joke out of it. Here you gotta earn it.
Yeah.
You gotta earn it. It'll get real
It's a
quiet
big
here.
market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big market down here. And the thing about it is, man, it's like, you know, once you start winning, bro, people, at least right here, what I see, man, that show up and support. I get it, man. Some people call it bandwagon. It is what it is, man. But man, it's not everybody can shit
Yeah.
$500. Like, oh, let's
But
go to a Texas game.
I think, and we'll get to it a little later, but I think it also puts in perspective the casual cowboy fan too, in that the fan base can be delusional in whereas places like Houston or where it's a little harder to get a win. When you get a win, you're gonna buy in, but
Yeah.
Cowboys, you're just like all in regardless,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think now people are starting to wake up to the realization that you're gonna have to earn it now.
Yeah.
You know, like it's no easy support
Yeah.
anymore. It's not just blatant, faithless. Oh, we're here.
Yeah.
Like we need to see you making the moves necessary for our hope. You know, is faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
So we're not just gonna be hopeful, just be hopeful. We need to
Mhm.
see some fruit. We need to see some action that's gonna give us confidence that we can continue to invest this amount
Yeah.
of money,
Yeah.
emotions. You know, people are locked in. So I like what's going on with Houston for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And the future's bright, man. So hopefully within the next 5 to 10 years, man, sheesh. Hopefully we could get this ball continuing, man, and rolling because I like and this is exciting when your team's irrelevant, you know, it's in the mix, you know, and being taken serious and not just a joke of you know, because I know last year, oh, you played Texans, yep, that's an easy W.
Yeah.
You know, but now, you know, I want the opposing team is like, oh shit, we gotta play the Texans.
Mhm.
You know, so you know, I want to be respected. But gentlemen, y'all boys got anything else between the Texans and the Browns?
Thank you, Lovey.
Oh yeah,
Thank you. You gotta throw that in there.
Man, that's
let's
a
put
fact.
him. We should put Lovie Smith in Ring of Honor,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
None of this happens without Lovey.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
being defiant.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were talking about sitting everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He said, man,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna play.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
we're gonna get this dub.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure the Panthers are looking at CJ right now, like, man, what have we done?
Yep.
Mhm.
Man.
For sure.
Yep. All right, gentlemen, let's move on to the next game right here, man. We had the Dolphins at the Chiefs. Final score 7-26. Kansas City takes care of business at home. Let's go to some game leaders real quick, and let's start off with the Dolphins side of the ball. Tua, he threw for 39, completed 20 for 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. His top rusher was Morset with 8 carries for 33 yards. Top receiver was Tyreek Hill with 5 catches for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. Now let's go to the Chiefs side of the ball. Mahomes, he threw for 41, completed 23, 262 yards, 1 touchdown. Top rusher was Pacheco with 24 carries for 89 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my boy. Let's go to top receiver was Rice with 8 catches, 130 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my boy, man. Let's go to some team stats. Total yardage for the Dolphins, 264, while the Chiefs had 409. Turnovers, both teams were 1 each, and time possession 26 minutes for the Dolphins, while the Chiefs had 34. That being said, gentlemen, the Chiefs advanced to the next round to the divisional, and this leaves Miami packing their bags and calling it a season. Jerron, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
There was never a doubt. Once I knew they were going to KC and the weather, there's nothing they could do. Tua doesn't have the arm to succeed in that environment. Their running game is nice, but it's not a power running game. It's more side to side, use your speed. And that's all they had. Their running game was all they had. Tua was 20 of 39. 5.1 average. Outside of that Tyreek series where he just went crazy and the Chiefs lost all like base fundamentals and guard him. Yeah. It was nothing. So once I knew it was below 30, once I knew it was outside, once I knew it was on the road, I mean there's no doubt.
Yeah.
That was easy money for anybody who wanted to gamble.
Yeah,
I mean, go to Vegas and put some money down on the Chiefs. The Chiefs actually should have beat them worse.
Mm-hmm.
They might be in trouble when it comes to going deep into the playoffs because Juwan Taylor is a walking penalty. Rasheed Rice is their only weapon that is consistent.
Yeah.
Even Travis Kelce hit and miss.
Yeah.
Yep. Pacheco did his thing, but it's not the Chiefs of old. We've been saying it for a while. But yeah, this game is one of those flops.
Yeah.
Just because of the circumstances, it is what it is with that one. Tua, we got to start talking about his future. What are you going to pay for Tua? He gets locked into Tyreek, and he himself is getting Tyreek into some jams. Like he's in that mode where it's like, F it, Tyreek is over there somewhere. So he throws it, and Tyreek goes up and gets it. Tyreek is 5'9", 100. I mean he's a
corners are bigger than him.
Thick dude, but they're laying every game, it seemed like, for the last week. All right, Tyreek is getting up slow.
Yeah.
All right, next
he's going to the sidelines for 2 plays.
He's going for the sideline. All right. 2 throws it again. All right. He's limping now.
Yeah.
And it was like that all year too.
Yeah. So it's like he himself is getting Tyreek into like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. So you lose Tyreek, you lose Tua.
Yeah.
It's there's no Tua, so we gotta start talking about Tua in his future, and maybe we know he's a product of the system. Yep. We all think he's the bus driver, but what's it gonna look like if McDaniels moves on? What Tyreek he talked about retirement already.
Yep.
It's not looking that great in Miami.
Yeah. Yep. Josh?
Yeah. I called it earlier in the season, but the Dolphins are absolute the Rockets of yesterday. Sexy, real cute. They do all the fancy smancy, but when you get into this time, January playoff ball,
they're worn out.
None of that. translates.
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to do with nothing. Looks cool on paper. Everybody is wild and all the bells and whistles, but this is a playoff game, and Kansas City, they've been here before, even though they're not the Kansas City that we've seen in past years. I knew that this was going to be, or I actually thought it was going to be way worse than this, but I think one of the key factors in this game were that Dolphins were 1-12 on third down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
one for
They
12
only
in the
converted
playoffs.
one time.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. You're gonna get killed. So Kansas City didn't play amazing, but they played good to win this game. But I have an interesting question for y'all. How do y'all think that this game being on Peacock affects the playoffs going forward? Because this was the most streamed game of history, and it was the first playoff game behind a paywall that people have to pay to see. Do you think this is going to be something in the future? Do you think this is going to change things in there?
So, Jawan, you want me to take this one real quick? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
So, in my opinion, you're holding the fans as hostage, because it's a playoff game, and we know these two fan bases have a bunch of followers. Okay.
Mhm.
And they knew what the hell they were doing. You know, they knew. You put this game with the Browns and Texans, I know you want to give maybe that close of a number.
Right.
But you knew you have a Dolphins team that has a big following, and not just the team, but as players as well. Then you have the Kansas City. I mean, they're the most relevant team right now, you know?
You got
You
Taylor
Mahomes-
Swift.
Exactly, man. So you got a bunch of people tuning in, you know, and like, I feel like now this right here is going to open a new page for the NFL to do this again. You know, you have to pay a subscription to watch this game, which I don't think it's fair or cool, man.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about the NFL, man, a multiple billion-dollar corporation.
Yeah.
It's a business, man, and they sold that one game, I want to say, for $150 million. But they made more money off of that alone than they have in the past by doing this right here.
Off one game.
Off of one game. Now it's gonna be a trend now. It's gonna be, it's all right. Netflix, you want to jump on this? Hulu?
Watch this game for $6.99.
It's unfair, bro.
Yeah.
It's unfair because it's bad enough that, you know, we as you know, the day-to-day people can't afford to pay that much for that. I get it, man. You could subscribe it and unsubscribe that same day. But man, it's like you're making more money off of it. You know, you got your regular broadcasters, you got your CBS's, your Fox, your NBCs, and your ESPNs already. You know that we're paying for cable, and now you want us to play something else above it, man. Come
crazy.
on now, do better, NFL. That's whack to me. Man, I could go on a rant off for this, man, but I hated that, man. Like they're holding the fans hostage.
Yeah.
And is it like basically you being forced to pay it, you know?
Yeah.
And people did pay for it because the numbers out
Clearly,
there.
yeah.
Numbers don't lie. Jay, go ahead, man.
Get used to it. This is the future of the NFL. In a couple years, the Super Bowl is going to be pay-per-view. It's going to be.
Y'all heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be $60-$70 to watch the Super Bowl.
Man.
This isn't the first time they've done it. I mean, Thursday nights are behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Right.
We can say
But
everybody's got Amazon, but
exactly, everybody already has it.
yeah,
But Peacock, I mean, it's not every person has Peacock, but now they're being forced to.
yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not everybody does have the Amazon Prime.
I get it.
You know, like
But
Amazon is a huge company, but everybody.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us in this room right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask this question. Do you got Amazon Prime?
Yes.
You got Amazon Prime. Steven, you got Amazon Prime? I got Amazon. That's 4.
Right. Yeah. But
now let me ask you this question.
yeah.
Before this game, did you have Peacock?
Yes.
I had Peacock. Did you have Peacock?
I did, not by choice. It just came with my service provider.
Okay. Did you have Peacock?
No.
That's 2. That's 2. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So But what you did find out is majority of everybody has the ability to watch the games. Now, for this newer generation, they're already used to
subscribing.
Subscribing.
Yeah.
You subscribe to Netflix. You subscribe to Amazon. You subscribe
I don't know.
to, like,
Yeah.
I think what they did was smart on Peacock.
Yeah.
For Peacock, because people are gonna go to Peacock and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I can watch The Office now.
Mm.
I can watch Law and Order now." Like, whenever I'm not looking at football, I just got Law and Order in the background while I'm doing everything else, cleaning the house or something like that. So it's something we're gonna have to get used to. If it's not a local game, you're gonna have to pay. They're gonna get your money somehow, some way. It's all about the power of a dollar, and it's a shame, but if you look at basketball, it's not the number one sport, but there's a season pass that you pay for to get all the basketball games.
Yeah.
There's a MLS. MLS has a deal with Apple to get all the games. That's another paywall. It's like everything's going to this. It's inevitable, and it sucks because my parents, they don't have all the apps.
Right.
So I gotta share, you know what I'm saying? Or I gotta log in there. So it's targeting younger people who are just used to it.
Yeah.
You're already used to it. You're subscribed for music now.
Yeah.
Remember the days when we used to go to Soundwaves or Circuit City, Best Buy to go get CDs, and you like, hey, all I want is this Jay-Z CD.
Yeah.
Or all I want is this Slim Thug CD or Swisher House mixtape. Let me get that. But now you get everything for a subscription.
Yeah.
So the world is a subscription base. And if you want music, subscribe.
But you see, all right, look, my thing is, all right, that's a good example when you say music. Now, like I'm throwing this in with Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You know, you get a bunch of music, you know, but with these subscriptions to these games, you only get that one game, is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, hey, if we got all, like the NFL ticket, and not even the NFL ticket, you can watch every game because it's not guaranteed, but you paying $400 a month, right? Is it a month? I don't know, man.
It's for the year.
All right, you paying $400, and you're not even guaranteed to watch every professional football game, you know, because I think there's restrictions to that as well, you know. So, you know, you're paying all that right there, and then, you know, you only paying $6 to watch that one game.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say. Now, if we had like a platform that you could just pay that one-time fee and you're guaranteed to watch any game at any time you want, yeah, I think that's worth it. But you're only being held down to that one game.
I think it's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think what John is saying is right in that this is the way of the future. But I hate this for two people. I hate this, number one, for the casual consumer, because that's the point of a paywall is we want to target the diehard fan who's overly invested and is gonna spend some of their heart.
Yeah.
You know, the average Joe who just likes football, they're not gonna pay for it. They're gonna check the scores. They probably ain't gonna catch every game. We love this. We know we do this on a regular. So I hate that for the casual fan who don't have the opportunities to participate in games like the Chiefs and Dolphins. But I also hate this for the players in that I think it's going to put them in more and more positions to get hurt and injured. You think about Thursday night games and the wear and tear on the body, flex games, them having to make sure that the viewership is at a certain level, so them moving games and how that affects players, the team travel. You know, those are things that casual fans don't really think about. But this wave of just honestly consumerism is going to affect more than just bottom dollar.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, we were at a bar watching this game, okay, the Texans game, okay. Jerron gets up, goes to the manager, asks him, "Hey, are you going to show that Kansas City game in Miami?" He said no. now what the bar's gonna do?
Wait, why did they say no?
Because they don't have subscription to Peacock.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So now I'm pretty sure now what the bar's gonna do, they're gonna charge you to get in to watch the game now, like a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's pay-per-view. Yep.
So that's gonna change now. So now the NFL is gonna get their way, and now the restaurants are gonna have to be forced, like bars are gonna have to be forced to charge. Hey, unfortunately, there's a game plan. The only way you can come in if you pay a fee, and then on top of that, you got to pay more. You got to pay for your food and drinks.
Yeah.
They're gonna start. They're gonna start including
everything
on your tab.
That's what I'm saying.
It's gonna be
it's a domino effect.
Peacock fee on your tab.
It's a domino effect that's gonna affect everybody, not just the watchers, but businesses as well.
Yeah.
Now, for the fourth quarter, something like that, or second half, or something like that. Tarico just kept saying no commercials, and they would go to these weird shots of people just standing around. They'll go down to
basically people
Harrison.
watching.
Yeah, I mean they're just sitting there like,
trying to fill in the time.
Yeah, they're just filling time. Yeah. Like, hey, what are we saying? Two is struggling. I mean, okay,
no shit.
Yeah.
Look
And then they're like, oh man, it's real cold out here. Let's go to the sideline reporter. I'm like,
bro, you saw the beer and the fans stands. Like as soon as the beer the beer. Let's say if the beer was not moving, if you weren't going like this, it would froze.
Yeah, it froze up. Yeah,
it was like it was crazy.
And I don't know if this was on Peacock. I believe it was, but it kept on buffering for me. Like it was,
and that's another thing too.
Spotty. It was
not everybody has premium internet,
right?
Yeah, but. Also, it was weird because if you watch the lead up to it, they had the pregame show on NBC.
Yeah,
and then there's a noticeable lag where it's like, you can tell they're switching to the streamer, like where they signed off on NBC, and they're like, it skipped a little bit. It's like, all right, now we're going to Peacock exclusive. So I was like, it's just the presentation was not that great. You didn't have your normal crew.
Yeah.
It was just...
Who called that game?
It was it Garrett? Yeah, Jason Garrett and Tarico.
No, I'm not paying $5.99 for Jason Garrett.
And then when there's no action, it was all crowd shots. Yeah. I mean, come on. I'm if y'all gonna do that, y'all gonna have to
do better. If I'm paying, I'm paying for this shit.
But Paramount did have some pretty good commercials, so they made their money. They got their money's worth. I saw some stuff that I will watch. So, but other than that, that the future is
man, bro.
Paywall, PPV, and that good or bad, I don't know. We'll see.
We're gonna see.
I don't know, man. But it's like now I feel like I sound old. Because I sound better, now I get when I hang out with older generations how they sound, and I'm sounding like this right now. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I'm like it's moments like this, like damn it, man, like I'm gonna become a grumpy old man. You know what I'm saying? But it just this direction that the football, where the NFL is going, man, I'm not liking it, man. Like I feel like already. The game sometimes feels kind of rigged itself, and then I have to pay more to watch this product, you know what I'm saying? And I know I'm going to be the idiot as well, paying and watching it, man, but I just do not like that direction where they're going at, man. Just keep it like this. NBC, CBS, Fox, and ESPN. I think it should just stay like that. Damn it, man. I just don't. But the thing I don't get neither is like Peacock is owned by NBC. All right, it's like, why not just show it?
Get extra money. They pay for their streaming service. They need to keep it alive.
Yep.
Jeez, man. Netflix has fucked everything up, man. That's the problem right there. All right, gentlemen, y'all boys got anything else? Man, I feel like we talked more about the subscription than the actual game.
It was actually more important to the future of the NFL
for sure
than what Tua did.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's get down to the next game, unfortunately, gentlemen. We have the Packers at the Cowboys, Final score 48-32. Packers go on the road and get the surprising win right here, man. Let's go to some game leaders real quick, and let's start off with the Packers side of the ball. Love, he threw for 21, completed 17 for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. Have a day, man. Top rusher was Jones. He carried the ball for 21 and had 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. Have a day, my boy. Top receiver was Doves for 6 catches, 151 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my boy. Now to the Cowboys side of the ball. Prescott, he threw 60, completed 41 for 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. Top rusher was Pollard with 15 carries for 56 yards and 1 touchdown. And your top receiver was CeeDee Lamb for 9 catches, 110 yards, man. Have a day, man. Team stats. Total yardage for the Packers, 415, while the Cowboys had 410. Turnovers, 0 for the Packers and 2 for the Cowboys. Time possession, 29 minutes for the Packers, while the Cowboys had 31. So that being said, gentlemen, unfortunately, man, for my 2 co-hosts right here in the table with me, that sends the Cowboys packing their bags and calling it a season, while the Packers move on to the next round. Jerome, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I gotta apologize first, foremost. I'm a little sluggish. That game, it just lingered with me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all could notice. If y'all noticed, but I'm sluggish this morning. Didn't get to sleep till 5. All I thought about was the game. I woke up. We woke up at 7:30. Went to sleep at 5 this morning.
What's that, Jerome?
Just thinking.
Man, let's have a therapy session with your brother, man. What's really going on?
Both of us.
Did you sleep 2 hours? I mean, he did.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been thinking about this game all night too.
The feeling of this game didn't sit right from the get go.
Yeah.
If you want to be 100%, that this is a team of front runners.
Yeah.
It's a team of when the going gets tough, they just don't show up.
Yeah.
It's not even if you get going or not; they just don't show up. The book on the Cowboys is when they are out physical, when they're hitting the mouth, they just roll over. Every loss that I've seen that the Cowboys had, so they had 6 losses this year. They've been hitting the mouth on every last one. It's been like cheap shots. It's been the other team's linebackers taking late hits on Dak, or they're hitting the receivers after the ball. Like the ball could be out of range, they just hit them, and then they're holding the receivers a little bit.
Yeah.
They're holding their defensive linemen bring them to the ground. Even if the refs catch it and call it, it leaves a message in the Cowboys' mind where they're like, oh yeah, they're hitting us in the mouth. I don't know if we're ready for this.
Yeah.
We got icy white jerseys on.
Yeah.
You know. So we'll get to why I couldn't go to sleep last night. I tried. I took ZQuil. I tried to go to sleep. I just couldn't go to sleep. And then when I finally went to sleep, my alarm went off. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's do the blame game. So the Cowboys were dominating every phase.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, special teams also. Blame number 1 goes out to Dan Quinn. This should have been more of a rock fight. It should have been more of a they damn near hit 90 points.
Yeah.
So it should have been more of a 50-point over-under game.
Yeah.
Because the way that he called defense led to some of the most wide open, most poorly schemed defenses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's the most depressing defense I've seen since the Cowboys played the Saints in the Superdome like 5-6 years ago, where Drew Brees broke a record with like 41 first downs. Like he was picking them apart, easy. This where I sent y'all the screenshots and the images. Shout out to Jordan Love, but these receivers had 10 yards of space in between them. The killer was the fourth quarter leak route to the tight end.
Yeah.
He literally had 25 yards of space. 3rd and 7s. Jordan Love to Romeo Dobbs. He had 10 yards of space in between. I guess he ran a dagger route or he ran a deep dig, wide open.
Yeah.
It was just, it's laughable the way that they called their zones to where there's no match concept. It's just like, I'm gonna stand in this spot and I'm not gonna move.
Yeah.
He's gonna run behind me. I'm not gonna drop back. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not even aware of where he is. So it's he's the number one reason why they are where they are right now. And you're gonna start hearing it more and more as the week goes by. Because people are going to go back and break the game down, and they're going to realize Romeo Dobbs had 5 receptions. How many yards?
Who? Dobbs? 151.
How many receptions?
6.
6 receptions for 151 yards.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That the average is crazy. It's like they didn't prepare the whole game. When we watched the game together, I said, watch the run, watch the screen, watch play action. I know it sounds, I'm making it easier than it actually is.
Yeah.
But your game, okay. So what was the defensive game plan for y'all? I'm gonna go to y'all real quick. What was the?
How they look to us?
What did Dan Quinn go into the game wanting to take away?
Yeah. Well, to me, I feel like what that type of offense is more about the running game.
Right.
All right. But when I asked you that what type of defense y'all run, like before we started, and you said, man, I was like, damn, well, it looked like he playing in zone yesterday.
It's all zone.
And really Love wasn't getting that much pressure.
And they were soft.
Yeah.
Soft. 8 yards off the ball, 10 yards off the ball.
Yes.
And I was like, man, like, you know, like, because it looked like zone and freaking tight ends and wide receivers were open.
Right,
because Dobbs, this is his first game of this season that he caught over 100 yards.
Yeah. What do you, Josh? What do you think? What was he trying to take away?
It seemed like he was trying to take away the deep ball, maybe, because it seemed like he just didn't want to lose. Like it was almost like he's playing not to lose. Yeah. You know, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing aggressive. No blitzes. It wasn't any major blitz packages. It's like we're just trying to survive the whole game. Even from the get go, from the very first snap, defensive snap. It's like we just don't want to lose, and that's the recipe to lose.
So it looked like he was going against the greatest show on turf. The way he was backing up.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. I sent everybody screenshot.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. Tight end is on the boundary. Deron Bland was 8 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
On 3rd and 4, all you have to do is run up forward,
press,
turn around, catch, go out of bounds. Even when they blitz, there's no bump and run.
Yeah.
That it was 3rd and 7 in the red zone. This is your opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. He calls a cover 0.
Mm-hmm.
0 all out blitz. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Why are you blitzing from damn near 10 yards off the ball?
Yeah.
When you got your corners 7 yards off the ball, I want that.
Yeah, and you're showing the blitz too.
You showed the blitz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got deceived. You showed your blitz. All right, cool. If it's me, I'm checking out.
Right.
Check.
Right.
I'll go to a cover cover one.
Yep.
At least leave one safety back there, maybe a robber underneath. Because, hey, Jordan Love noticed it.
Yep. And check.
Quick slant.
Yep.
Stephon Gilmore was flat-footed at the first down line, got beat across his face. Easy touchdown. So, all right. So I didn't even get to everything, but Dan Quinn, to me, he cost himself a head coach job.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm in Seattle and I watch what just happened, no, there's no way you're calling my defense. So he's blame number one. Blame number two, Mike McCarthy. You didn't have these cats ready. There's no way a real look at what D'Amico had. D'Amico had them ready. LaFleur had them ready.
Yep.
Like they came out, boom, I want the ball. I want to get ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run the ball down their throat.
Yep.
I feel like maybe Dallas looked over the Packers and like, yeah, man, this should be easy.
That's a fireable fit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like the Cowboys were looking over the Packers, and the Packers, man, there was at times, I thought Aaron Rodgers was out in the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I said they look similar.
I mean, but like this was Jordan's love statement game right here, man. And boy, man, they talking about a spotlight to put it on. Yep. The Cowboys been undefeated at home.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cowboys at home kill opponents easily, man. But the fact that the Packers came into Jerry's world and did what he did for y'all, these 32 points right here, man.
Fool's gold.
Yeah, these last 16 points, they were just like here, you could just have them, like we have our way with it already,
Yeah.
And it just, I think the Cowboys just overstepped on the Packers, man. It looks like it. It looks that they did not prepared whatsoever.
So you should be fired for that.
Yeah.
I go to you.
Yeah.
Again, what was Mike McCarthy trying to accomplish with his offense? What was his game plan?
Well, that's the thing, Jerome. I don't think he prepared. You see what I'm saying?
It didn't look like he had a game plan.
He didn't have a game plan.
The
offense looked sloppy. The communication wasn't there. I was like, the Packers had more.
No, he did have the game plan was get it to 88.
But that's the thing. 88 didn't look like 88 yesterday, though, man.
They weren't on the same page.
Your best receiver yesterday was your tight end. What's his name? Ferguson.
Fergie.
He looked better yesterday than 88 did, man.
Yeah.
It looked like Ferguson came out and played. I feel like Ferguson was the only receiver that was like trying to catch the damn ball.
I want to hear from the players. Like I need to figure out what's going on in the locker room. What's going on in the locker room? What conversation? Who slept with some other girl?
I thought the same thing.
What's
CD found out somebody smashed his gal.
Man.
That's the only
there was no Cowboy in this game. They didn't show up at all.
No,
bro. I mean,
Dak's eyes were this big. He looked like the deer caught him in the headlights.
Yeah.
Nobody ever had any passion. There's no drive, no determination.
I mean, Gallup looked better than Lamb yesterday.
Yeah.
They took Lamb out the game, so Gallup had to step up. First time he did all second time he did all year. All right, so we don't know the game plan, right?
Right.
He didn't do anything special. He didn't have them ready. It was so reactive.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, punch in the mouth. Now we're trying to come up with a game plan. Now we're trying to, like, their first 15 script didn't make any sense to me.
Facts.
So he's number 2 in the blame game, and then you got to go to Dak. Dak is third on the list just because going back, if the defense could have gave him a little more, I think it would have been a better showing from Dak.
Mm-hmm.
The first interception was a terrible decision to go against Jari Alexander with going with Brandon Cooks on a lazy route.
Yeah, it was
Cooks,
bad
that
route.
was a terrible route.
Man,
Like,
yeah.
Terrible route.
Like everybody's like, oh, it's holding. Yes, he got held.
Yeah.
But the route was so bad
Yeah.
that here, all right, take like
Yeah.
the Jari Alexander saw the route and he said, the ball is coming. I'm gonna put my arm on your shoulder, move you back a little bit, little man. Take this ball, and it's mine now. That was a terrible route by Cooks.
That was a great play by the corner.
It was a good play. It was a bad decision to go to that route.
Yeah.
Like again, that's the game plan. What were you accomplishing with a one-on-one whip route with Brandon Cooks, who
against Jari Alexander?
who's not a route runner. He's a speed. Leverage kind of
opens up the field.
He opens up like he'll get you on your back foot and then he'll cut in front. But you never see him in the Devontae Adams, the Amari Cooper, or CD
AJ Brown type of role.
Or the Devontae Smith kind of. No, he's not a route runner like that, and we just saw that caused the interception. So on deck. Why were you throwing it to Jari Alexander that much?
Right.
I don't know. But like you said, his eyes were saucers. His huge. He had cartoon eyes. I don't know what it was. He just gets in these playoff games and it's not the same deck.
Yep.
It's not and they don't do anything to help him out. Going back to McCarthy, you couldn't develop a running game all year.
Right.
You couldn't get under center more and do what you've seen around the whole league.
Yep.
Jordan Love got under center, play action, deep play action, boom. I've got time now because everybody's sucking up on the run. Yeah. I've got windows. When they do their play action, it's out of shotgun.
Yeah.
It was out of shotgun. This little fake zone, inside zone, which nobody's biting on. No, we don't believe you.
Right.
You need more people. So I don't think they put Dak in a proper place to be successful. But Dak himself was jittery, running around, doing circles left and right. So it's frustrating. I could talk about this game for 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, we got time, bro. I mean, let it out.
It's concerning because I do think you can win with that, but he's got to be. Why is it that he's got to be Superman?
Right.
Jordan Love played a good game, but Jordan Love wasn't the
most. He didn't do much.
He didn't have to do much. These were wide open receivers.
He only threw it 21 times.
He only threw it 21 times. Your running back had
118,
21
carries.
Plus he got catches.
Catches. He had one catch for 13 yards.
Yeah, so he got a catch.
Yeah.
He what was his average per rush?
Per rush, his average was 5.6.
Man,
that's a lot.
Come on, bro.
For y'all front seven,
5.6. Going back to Dan Quinn, he played nickel the whole game. If you watch the game, you're going to see number 14, Marquestin Bell, at linebacker in the box. You're going to see number 33 at linebacker. He was lost.
Oh, close.
But with Bell, he's 200 pounds going against guards, 320 pounds.
Yeah.
And
it's like another body.
They were down 20 points, and he never brought in another linebacker.
Right.
I just it's for the life of me, I just don't understand what he was doing. But I'll tell. Going back to that, they try to make him Superman. They try to make him Tom Brady. He's not that. Give him a run game. Give him a proper screen game.
Yeah.
If you look in Houston, CJ didn't have to do it all by himself.
CJ numbers look exactly like Jordan's.
Yes,
exactly like
that's
it.
the theme of this week.
Yep.
Coaching won this. coaching
Absolutely.
coaching across the board won this whole first wild card weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All the better coaches won.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so far, all the home games minus Dallas won. So it's frustrating because I don't know if anybody else had the load the responsibility that Dak had.
Yeah.
Kansas City leaned on Pacheco, leaned on him heavily, and then he had a proper screen game when that wasn't working. He wasn't forced to constantly go. Patrick Mahomes wasn't forced to constantly go break all these coverages. They gave him easy gimmies to where, all right, just dump it off, let him run for it. You go to Houston. Good play. The plan was immaculate from Slowick. The like we said before, the deep crossers, the play action game, the quick screens. It was just they made it easy for him. And he had Singletary to help out.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Detroit. Detroit leaned on Gibbs
and Montgomery. Yep.
Mike McCarthy never established a running game in Dallas, which was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
You don't. Yes, Dak had a great.
The running game has not been great.
No.
In Dallas since Zeke left.
Fact.
When Zeke and Pollard were the Lightning and Thunder, man, y'all's running game was a threat. I think once y'all threw that balance out, that put more pressure on Pollard, and Pollard did not show up this year. This is one of his worst performances.
Yeah.
Ever since he had that Cowboy jersey on, and he was expected to be the franchise running back.
Yeah, and even when he did have openings, I felt
they didn't look great.
I felt multiple times he took the wrong route.
Yeah, bad decision.
I felt that he will run straight when there is a crease to the right. So Pollard's a free agent. I'm cool. Like
let him go for sure.
Yeah, you can.
You got other running backs.
You can move.
To come in especially in free agency.
You can move. You move on.
They could. I wanted to see Dowdle more, which I would never have thought to say that, but I wanted to see more Dowdle.
Even Dowdle was this. It was the whole running game, the whole running philosophy that McCarthy employed was the problem. Yeah, because with Moore, the running game was better. It was more diverse. It was more tougher to get a hold on. Yeah. With McCarthy, he only ran three types of runs. I didn't see a toss last night. All I saw was inside zone, maybe, and then draws. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all go ahead. I got some more, but y'all go ahead. I don't want to argue.
Nah, man. I mean, Josh, you got something, bro?
Yeah.
Say it, man.
Steve Ney is right. All of the media criticism, the stereotypes, the narratives. This was the first time we're able to say you're right, and the reason why I say that is because before this year, there's always an excuse. So is we don't have weapons, so I think we're better than this, or we don't have this, so blah 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 blah. But we had no excuses. Yeah. There's absolutely not one excuse. It put in perspective the lack of championship mentality. It's a coaching issue. It's a culture issue. If you look at the dynasties that represent champion, to me, Cowboys of early 90 Cowboys, Alabama, Patriots. You look at these dynasties, you see a trend, right? You see
same thing with Kansas City.
You see discipline. Yeah. You see
that's another one.
Tenacity. Yeah. You see professionalism. Yeah. You see humility. None of those teams get too high on themselves. Yeah. It's always 0-0. They're never high. They're always grounded.
Yeah.
You have great leadership. You have great camaraderie. All of the aspects that those championship dynasties have, Dallas has none of it. Dallas has there's no leader, no true leadership. There's no true tenacity. There's no discipline. It's fool's gold. The talent makes you believe that they're better than they actually are. I do blame. I got same blame. Dan Quinn, Mike, Dak. And for me, I'm cleaning house. I'm tearing it down. If Jerry wants to see one before he goes on to glory, he's got to make some hard decisions, and he's got to make decisions that are going to make a statement.
Yeah.
You gotta be the bad guy. You have to put your foot down. You've gotta get maybe not Belichick. You gotta get some form of hard ass in here. Yeah. You gotta get somebody that's gonna set the tone and not baby you, not pacify you, not say, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. It's cool. Hey guys, better luck next time." Right? That's been the tone of the team for a decade. You look at Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett's very much of a, all right, guys, come on, guys, let's. All right,
you did your hardest.
You did your hardest.
We can do it next year, guys.
We don't get trophies for participation, and that's the culture of the team is A for effort.
Yep.
No, we need some dogs. We need somebody that's gonna come in here and set the tone for it. This is how we do it. We value details.
Yeah, exactly.
The Cowboys were the highest team in a bunch of stats this year. We can name points per game, yards, blah 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 blah. But the stats that really mattered were the most penalized team, right? I don't know. I think we were like the third or second most penalized team, but all of that showcases, hey, this team is not ready for the lights. Whenever the big lights come on, whenever pressure comes on, we fold.
Yeah,
you just fold. You're not ready. Like Dron said, you get hit in the mouth, and it's over. So I don't know. It's a embarrassing loss. No excuses. You gotta hold CD Lamb accountable too. He may be number 4 right after Dak. Just for the tone of the game he played at. He looked like he was just the cool kid out there, just running routes, dropping stuff. He actually looked that way for the last 5 or 6 games. Honestly, to me, it was just your head's not all the way. You're not all the way locked in to the game, and you saw it.
Yeah. What's it called? Like I also saw on TV in the halftime, Jimmy Johnson giving that speech. Man, bro,
that almost brought a tear to my eye because that's what you should be.
That's what your coach should be telling you.
That's what you're lacking
every day in practice, every day in game time.
Yep.
Every day in halftime, bro. That's
what got him the rings that he got.
Exactly.
The thing is, you can see how much he cares, how much it hurts him.
It hurts him, bro.
It hurt. You saw DeMarcus Ware. You watched Emmett after the game. You watched Michael Irvin after the game. You watched Jimmy at halftime. These people care.
Yep.
Like Jimmy still has love for the Cowboys, and he was so fired up. The rest of the crew was laughing and giggling, and Jimmy said, what do y'all laugh? Like he didn't laugh once.
Yeah.
Everybody else tried to make it lighthearted and go.
He almost started crying.
Yeah. he got red face. He was like, "What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
This it's not that hard. It really isn't." And you could tell right then and there, Jimmy was like, McCarthy ain't the dude because I could see where he's going wrong right here.
Yeah.
He didn't have them prepared. He didn't have them ready. So question, what happens next? Where do we go next? Season's over. You went 12-3,
Yeah.
12-5, 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That looks beautiful
For other teams.
But-
For other teams, that's acceptable.
That's
That's what I'm saying. For other teams, that's acceptable.
It's ridiculous.
But we know the owner y'all have. Even him, when after the game, he had a press conference, man, and it looked like in his tone in his voice and the body language that he's ready to fire this guy. That's
Absolutely.
it. It's gonna come.
Yeah.
Is either gonna happen today or Monday or tomorrow Tuesday.
Yeah, and
It's gonna happen.
From what I understand, it was already communicated to Mike earlier in the season.
Exactly.
However, your last game goes, you're gonna follow.
If it's not Super Bowl
You guys,
or
gotta
an
go.
NFC Championship, because the Cowboys have not passed the divisional round, have they?
no.
No.
Well, it's a ridiculous level of pressure in Dallas. Like I envy all y'all who can be like, I just had a good season.
Jerron,
I envy the people who be like, I got 11 wins. Like what happens.
Yeah.
Jerron, but once y'all get that title, America's team, that's a bullseye on y'all. When y'all get the lights, y'all like them.
Right.
But when you get the lights, you get ready for the disappointment
Yes.
and the criticism. Because to y'all, if it ain't Super Bowl, it's a buzz. For
And
y'all.
that's it's not a healthy way to live your life.
Facts.
It's not.
It's not healthy. Like
Facts.
it's really not healthy because
It's not fair,
'Cause-
but that's the team y'all chose.
yeah, well, I mean, I didn't choose that.
Well, you were born into it?
Born into
that. but it's like every other team. There's 31 other teams that they're like, I mean, we didn't win the Super Bowl.
Cool.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but I can sleep the next day.
Okay.
There's only one team in the league where you're gonna get laughed at no matter what. Nobody laughed at San Francisco last year.
No.
San Francisco had the better team, better season.
But they had a rookie quarterback. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all's expectation is like ridiculous. Is it fair? No, it's not.
No.
But y'all the team, the only team that gets TV time in the middle of the season. Y'all cannot not do anything, but some way, somehow, y'all get the airtime.
Right.
And with that comes the good and the bad, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like there's two reasons why people watching the Cowboys, either watching them win or watching them lose.
Yep.
Facts.
So going now from here on, let's go over some key free agents first. Then we'll go to coaching. I need a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Rapid fire
to bring these cats back. All right, this offseason, Tony Pollard, free agent.
Oh, see ya.
All right, that's two. We'll do 3 thumbs down. Free agent, Tyron Smith. So let's go over Tyron Smith. Really good, solid left tackle, possible Hall of Famer,
right?
but misses game.
Yep.
Not because he hasn't played a full season since when?
Since 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, 27.
Time to go, man. Thank you.
His contract isn't that enormous, but you would have to give him an extension. I'm on the point where it's like we got to move on.
Yep, me too.
Him being there is a positive and a negative, where it's holding your development back because you're just like, we still have Tyron. We should have had a left tackle for years. So, all right, I'm with you.
I'd rather pay more money to have the player play every snap.
Yes,
than somebody's not consistent.
Who's not
On
consistent.
the field.
Yep.
So Tyron,
you gotta go. I'm sorry.
Stephon Gilmore,
See ya. Love you, Gilly.
gone.
You can find better in the draft.
All right,
Diggs will be back.
Tyler Biadasz, center.
Gotta go.
He can go. To me, he's the main culprit of why the running game isn't what it used to be with Frederick. We had Travis Frederick, who was he was a Jason Kelsey-esque type center. Tyler Biotish is soft.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't move well in space. He's a good snapper of the ball, but he's not going to move bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then he got punked so bad in the fourth quarter, and that's how I knew you got to get a discipline. We'll talk about coach. You got to get a hard nose, somebody tough in there. No more pretty. Yeah. All right, Dorrance Armstrong, bring him back. I would bring him back. I'll bring him back. Good contract. Yep. He shouldn't cost much. Jaron Curse.
How much? What would be the?
I don't care. Get him out. Get him out.
I like Curse.
Get him out.
I like Curse. I don't know if I don't know if Quinn uses him right. I can't tell where Dan Quinn starts and Jay and Curse ends. The waters are too murky for me.
The only coach that can salvage him would be Belichick to me. Jordan Lewis, get him out. Get him out. He's soft, slow. Get him out. Jonathan Hankins, I would bring him back. Neville Gallimore, I would think about the right contract. Dante Fowler, it's all contract based. Chuma Adogba, backup OT, get him out.
Yeah.
Noah Igbenogany, get him out. Rico Dowdle, get him out. So I'm only bringing back.
Basically, y'all cleaning house.
I'm bringing back. I'm bringing back 3, maybe 4 out of that whole list. Really good contract. Really, really good contract. Now let's go to coaching. Mike McCarthy, you're gone.
He's gone.
It's gone. You didn't progress the team. Everybody in the world knows you are a 12-5 team.
Yep.
You were 12-5, but you're not a Super Bowl head coach. You're not elevating the team. You didn't scheme right. Multiple times in Green Bay, we know that you dropped the ball as a head coach, getting them prepared for the team, for the team they're playing. I remember back when the Packers played the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
They had the lead, and the Seahawks just bloop, 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 bloop. And Mike McCarthy did nothing to stop it. He just sat back, and he's like, oh, this is happening. This is happening. That's it. So I'm upgrading. I'm getting a different mentality on as a head coach. I'm going for a Vrabel. If he's he's available. I'm going for somebody who's tough.
Yep.
The lack of physicality in Dallas is ridiculous. The lack of discipline, like Josh said, is ridiculous. You can't lose games because of penalties. It's just
so. Jerron, you say you want somebody tough. Mm-hmm. When was the last tough coach you had?
Last tough coach, Parcells.
Parcells.
Yeah.
Okay, Parcells, right?
Yes.
He came and he did a big turnaround for that organization, in and out.
Yeah,
you know, he brought culture and he brought toughness, right?
Yes.
All right. Ever since then, who has been tough?
Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Now, do you think that Jerry Jones is gonna let somebody that likes to because we know that Parcells left because of differences between him and the owner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that Jerry Jones is like, all right, you know what? I'm getting there in age. I need you to do more. I need you to toughen up this team. Do you think that he's going to give that much power?
Yes. Yeah.
You think so? You think this is the year?
To the right one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with Steven being accountability. So they have more checks and balances now.
Right.
It wouldn't be a hard ass coach's team.
Yeah.
It was Bill was buying for the team.
Because these hard coaches are characters. And we know that Jerry Jones wants to be the character for that franchise.
Which is why I don't know if they're going the Belichick route, because Belichick seems to have the team in order to.
So the Jerry Jones conversation is tricky because none of this is Jerry's fault.
I get it.
This year,
but he hires the people.
He hired McCarthy, and I think it was the good hire for the time. Leaving Jason Garrett, going to McCarthy was the right hire at the time.
At that time.
Because look at what's been happening. This is probably over the last 3 years, there's only 2 teams have been better than them, especially regular season wise.
Yeah.
They haven't had to build with top 5 picks. Like we see where what it took for the Texans to get to where they're at.
Right,
they had to get multiple top
Facts.
5 picks
Right.
from Stingley, Anderson,
Yep.
Green.
Stroud.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys haven't had that luxury.
Right.
So whatever he did is good enough in the regular season to get them without having premium picks.
Yeah.
They're not having those early picks. Like even the
Cowboys has always picked above 20.
Right. Well, at least above. Like Michael was a low pick. Michael was 12. CD was 17.
Yeah.
So they've had.
Well, I'm talking about for the past 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So, y'all been up there.
So they haven't had that luxury. So whatever he did in a regular season is good enough to get you up there. Now, disciplinarian is to where, or going back to Jerry, Jerry hasn't been as meddlesome as people want to make it out to be. The way the Cowboys work is with a committee, like Josh said.
Yeah.
There's checks and balances. He runs it through Steven.
Yeah.
He runs it through Will McClay. He runs it through the pro personnel department before he does anything.
Yeah.
Like Jerry's not scouting people to bring in. Like what do people think? Well, people think he's going to Tuscaloosa and what? No, he's got people. Yeah. So the only problem I have with Jerry is if you want to blame Mike McCarthy on him, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But Mike McCarthy had every tool in his disposal to like you're a second seed, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're the number 2. What more do you want?
Yeah.
What like I gave you everything. I gave you everything. I gave you a great receiver. I gave you a good offensive line. I gave you a dominant pass rush. What more do you want? So, I don't blame any of that on Jerry. And people want to say, "Oh, he does a radio show." Oh, come on, man. If Vrabel or Belichick can't have a dude doing a radio show who doesn't say anything,
It's crazy.
He just give his opinion.
What has leaked out of his radio show
that we don't know about?
Yeah, we know. Yeah, he's McCarthy's on hot seat. Yeah, like
and he's the owner. He can say shit like that.
Yeah, but okay, if you can't take a radio show, go coach.
It's not the radio show that gets me. It's the power that he wants to hold. That's all I'm trying to say. It's like, all right, to me, it's like he can't. I feel like he's too scared to bring somebody that wants power. I get it. He's the GM / owner. You know, he wants to be up front and make the tough decisions and and all that.
But my thing is let's name the coaches who really have all the power.
Let's go.
You had Belichick who had all the power.
And that's it.
Kyle Shanahan.
Well, he has a GM.
He's got a GM, but
he co-GM.
They're co-GMs.
And it's supposed to be like that, though, right?
A little less. I think the head coach position
is more with the players. I mean, but
you shouldn't be influencing business decisions.
No, not business, but I'm talking about players. I mean, like the players is the business, but overall contracts, that's more the GM type of stuff.
Right.
But I'm saying, the coach needs to have a relationship with the GM. Say, hey, I would like this player for my type of defense / offense. Like I need to bring this type of player.
Wish lists are okay.
That's what is going on in Dallas.
Yeah.
So Dan Quinn has a type of player that he wanted. They came
like, hey,
to that.
This is a list I would like to have. Yeah.
Mike McCarthy had say in the draft room also.
Yeah.
He was right next to Jerry Jones. So what I'm saying is there's not many. Maybe Sean Payton in New Orleans had the power.
Yeah.
Like there's not many of those. So I don't know why people think that if you have to have a coach that just comes in and he controls the whole.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like to have that domination in the locker room. He's like, hey, this is my locker room. Don't step in it. Let me do my thing. Go be a GM / owner up there. Let me take power here.
McCarthy had that though.
Did he?
McCarthy
Come
had
on,
that.
man. McCarthy's a fucking joke. man.
McCarthy had that. There's no. What is Jerry Jones doing? He's not going to Jerry Jones made his bad reputation on what happened in the early 2000s.
Look,
When he would go to the sideline and he would basically say, "I'm gonna take over coaching in the fourth quarter."
Okay.
That's where everybody's getting this. Jerry Jones is a meddler. He's not doing anything more than what we saw in Miami. If you watch Hard Knocks, their owners come into the locker room. They're talking to the players.
Yeah.
If you look at what Kraft does, he's around the team just as much as
Jerome. What I'm trying to say is like we need somebody that has balls. McCarthy just don't have balls. Is what I'm trying to get to. It just like he don't have that data. His players are not going to run a wall through for him. Is what I'm trying to say.
I get that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's the biggest knock on him, because the biggest contribution to me that McCarthy has brought to the Cowboys is I do like the West Coast offense, and
not his version. I hate his version.
I like what he has contributed to Dak. Dak was a completely different player.
Dak has looked better underneath him. Yes.
Underneath Mike's tutelage, but that doesn't translate to preparation.
Yeah.
Getting Dak in the place to where he can be comfortable in the offense. You know, he has his reads. He has better footwork. All of that, but that's not what we need. We need more from a head coach than you giving your franchise quarterback better footwork.
All right, so McCarthy should be gone. Here's the odds coming up. Who do you think has the best odds of becoming the next Cowboys coach?
To me, I feel it will be more. Man, the number one
betting odds to become
betting odds. All right, so if I'm, and sometimes I feel like this is stupid, but I said Belichick. I said Belichick's number one, and number two, I want to say is either what's the name? Old boy from Tennessee,
Vrabel.
Vrabel. Yeah,
Yep.
number 2.
Mhm.
And if I had to pick number three, I don't know if the Cowboys want to take a risk on a coordinator right now, but I say Johnson from Detroit.
He's number 5. So I'm gonna go through the top 5. Belichick number 1.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm at the point where let's make this a military franchise.
Yep.
Let's make this a disciplinary, no fun. Belichick. Hey,
no fun whatsoever.
No.
Like if you go to a Cowboys game,
No.
the Cowboys spend so much money.
On
They've
fun.
got a drum line. They've got cheerleaders.
Yeah.
They've got flag runners. The DC.
And then they got those actual Cowboys on the field.
Yeah, those are they. All that's gone. Belichick says, nope, we're only having football personnel on this. I'm okay with that. Get all that glitz and glamour out here. Vrabel is next.
Yeah.
How do we feel?
I prefer Vrabel over Belichick.
Same.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next is at plus $700 or 700. Excuse me, 700 is Bobby Slowick as number 3. I don't like it.
No.
I don't. He's not ready for what Dallas brings you. Like, his offense is beautiful. Go to Carolina, bro. Dallas is going to break you.
Yeah.
Dallas is going to break this man.
Yeah.
That's why you have to bring in an established coach.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because
this is not tryouts.
There's no trial and error because they were Dallas. The media, the pressure will break this dude. Next is Jim Harbaugh. He's already a Charger to me.
Yeah.
And out of all these names, Jim Harbaugh would be the one I think would fight with Jerry the most.
Exactly.
That's
for sure.
That's more Parcells.
Yeah.
Because Parcells and Jerry, they had no commonality.
Yeah.
They had 2 different philosophies. and Parcells undermined Jerry. Jerry undermined Parcells. It was back and forth bickering behind the scenes, and that just the personalities weren't going to work. The Belichick personality I could see, verbal personality I could see, and then they got Dan Quinn, get him out of here, and then Ben Johnson after that. So, it's if McCarthy's gone, as he should be, there's some good names, but actually, man, we can move on.
There's so many issues that
I can go for 3 more hours on this.
Yeah.
Just breaking down the season. Dan Quinn brought a cover 0 with his linebackers like set. Man, it's time to clean house.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. But, as things happen, developed, the Football Shield, the Shield Football Podcast will keep you in tune, though. You know what I'm saying? But, with the Cowboys, man, there's always something going on with the Cowboys, man, no matter what. But right now, it's just a dark horse right now. It's sad right now for my 2 co-hosts right here right now. But we're going to get through it, though, gentlemen. Don't worry, man. Yeah, everybody's going to be always in the spotlight. It's always going to be good. I know it sucks for y'all because I got a bunch of friends that Cowboys fans, man. I know it's hard, man, but unfortunately, man, that comes with the turf, man.
Yep.
When y'all born into it like y'all boys, man. But, all right, man, let's jump into another game right here, man. Let's go start off with the Sunday night game right here, man. We have the Rams at the Lions. Final score 23-24. Lions take care of business at home, man, playing against their former QB. Well, actually, both teams have playing with the former teams. Let's start off with the Rams side of the ball. Stafford, he threw for 36, completed 25, 367 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, man. Top rusher for the Rams, Williams, he carried the ball 13 times for 61 yards. Top receiver for the Rams, man, Nakua, man, 9 catches, 181 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my boy, man. Now to the Lions side of the ball. Goff, he threw for 27, completed 22, 277 yards, 1 touchdown. Have a day. Now Montgomery, top rusher for the Lions, 14 carries for 57 yards and 1 touchdown. And your top receiver from the Lions, St. Brown, 7 catches, 110 yards, man. Have a day, man. Now to some team stats. Total yardage. The Rams had 425, while the Lions had 334. Turnovers, 0 for both teams. Time possession, right down the middle, 30 minutes for the Rams and 29 for the Lions. So that being said, gentlemen, unfortunately, the Rams have to go and pack their bags and go to vacation and watch the rest of the playoffs while they see the Lions advance to the next round. Jerron, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Really, really good game. Tough officiated game. I think it leaned heavily towards the Lions officiating wise. And they took advantage of it. The Rams came to play. Really, really proud of how they fought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stafford was beat up, hand, head, ribs. They took it to Stafford, and he just kept getting up.
Yep.
I thought it was done twice in that game.
Yeah.
So for him to fight like that, hats off to Stafford. I've never been a Stafford fan, but man, big respect to him. Puka, monster. The dude, I keep saying it, just out of nowhere. People thought he was too small, not fast enough.
Yep.
He's a big. He got to learn how to not take these hits.
Yeah. But man, Stafford's put him in some awkward positions.
I
man.
mean, it's playoff football.
Yeah.
You gotta get it to win it.
Yeah.
So Lions got. I mean, the Rams got all my respect, and on Lions side, to me, they kept fighting. Dan Campbell just just kept them going. He made ballsy coach right now. That's a ballsy coach.
Yeah.
Like fourth and 5 is nothing. He's gonna go third and 9. I'm not running. I'm passing the ball to win the game. So he's a go out and get it coach. It's just overall it was the best game of the weekend so far.
The closest game.
Yeah. It was entertaining throughout. So, but congratulations to the Lions. And Jared Goff. He didn't look great in the second half. They put some pressure on him, but did enough to protect home field.
Yeah. Josh?
Man, shout out to the Lions. I feel like this was a win not only by the team but the city. The city helped win this game.
Yeah.
The same conversation we were having with Houston. Detroit. I mean, it's on brand for Detroit. Detroit's gritty.
Yeah.
we know what Detroit is.
Yeah.
And the Lions carry Detroit in the way that they play. They hard nose. They're gonna fight tooth and nail.
Bite kneecaps.
And this is a little funny point, but the Rams team bus that carries the squad equipment was broken into and looted. Roughly $2 million of equipment and jewelry was stolen in Detroit.
As they should.
Yeah.
It's Detroit. You got a reputation to uphold, Detroit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Detroit and Philly. Detroit, Philly, and Baltimore. If y'all don't rob them, what's the purpose of your city?
Yeah, absolutely. So you saw Big Sean, Eminem, all you saw Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
They were at home. The stadium looks so good.
Yeah.
Stadium was good. They played.
Megatron was there too.
Megatron, Calvin Johnson, shout out, Hall of Famer. So they broke the curse, the drought. Now Dolphins are the team with the longest stretch of non-playoff wins. So man, I want to see the Lions go. I want to see how far they can take it. I love the passion, the heart they play. Dan Campbell is a hell of a leader. Got them boys right, and it's rubbing off on Jared Goff. I ain't never seen Jared Goff was doing some of the stuff that he's doing, even from like just talking noise. It's like, okay, Jared, I see you. You out here. You got a little spice to you. So. They play fast. Amon-Ra, cold wide receiver 1. That Gibbs and Montgomery 1-2 punch. That's lightning and thunder.
Yes, it is
for you, and that's gonna win you some games. So, but also on the other end, shout out to the Rams. Nobody even thought the Rams were gonna be in this position.
Exactly.
So. I mean, I feel like it's a win for the Rams.
Yeah.
To build off, we'll see how Stafford what decisions he made. He may hang it up. He been getting beat up. So, So it was a good game. Best game of the wild card so
far. So this right here is the longest was the longest active playoff win without a drought. The Lions have not won a playoff game since 1991, and now that they won one, I mean, congratulations, Detroit. Be happy, excited. Your team right here looks to be on fire. On this game right here, I picked the Rams to win this game. It's just the Rams look like to be unpredictable. You like. They were like got hot in the right time.
Yep.
But the Lions took care of business at home, man. Like it's an exciting time to be a Lions fan. I saw that there was a season ticket holder there for I want to say like almost 50, 60 years. He's been a season ticket holder. Man, shout out to that guy right there, man. At least
I'm crying if I'm that guy.
Man,
I got tears. I will say this before we move on. A shout out to the Lions, but there was some calls that was
in favor.
Absolutely. That last one to Puka.
Yeah.
That was you could have thrown 3 flags on that play.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the last drive, man, looked like the Rams were going to almost score, man.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. It's like the NFL wanted them to win that one, man. But but still, it's a win. So y'all in the books. Y'all moving on to the next, man. But overall, man, this was a entertaining game, just like Jerron said, and you as well, Josh. With some calls that are very questionable.
Yep.
Man. All right, man. Y'all boys got anything else for this game right here?
We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Gentlemen. So, like we said, we still got 2 more games for tonight, so we don't know the schedule. But we could get talk about next week's opponents. So as of right now, we know the dates and times. We know that the Texans are going to play on Saturday at 3:30 against who? We don't know. It might be the Chiefs or it might be the Ravens. So we don't know about that yet. But we do know that the Packers are going to play the 49ers. So that's going to be that Saturday game at 7:15. And as of right now, we don't know who the Lions are going to play. The Lions might play either Buccaneers
or Eagles.
or Eagles. So we don't know about that one. And then we have the other game, the AFC. All this plays in the factor. It might be Kansas City against the Bills or Kansas. Yeah.
So who, as a Texans fan, who do you want?
Me personally,
your 2 options are Baltimore or KC.
yeah,
Which one?
I'll take Casey.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, but but let's be real about it, man. It's gonna be the Ravens. Yeah,
So you're counting out the
Steelers.
Steelers tonight. That's basically
Come
what
on,
you're saying.
man. Yeah, man. The Steelers ain't gonna win that game.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I've been saying it for the last couple of days. Most likely is the Ravens. That's a rematch
Yep.
of week 1 or 2 this year.
Week 1.
Week 1.
Yep.
They went to Baltimore.
Mm-hmm. The first half looked promising.
Right.
The second half, Ravens just
run away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are both 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
sure.
But the Ravens haven't gotten better though.
But that's what I was about to say.
Houston's
gotten better.
Yeah.
But so have the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravens ticked up on defense. So the first score was what, 25-9
on the Texans.
The first score of the Ravens.
Of the
It was 25-26.
It was ass whooping, bro, for sure.
I thought it was closer than the
score.
The score.
Yeah, at least in the first half, it looked close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just let me check my mobile communication device.
But while you're doing that, I still believe that the Texans have a real good shot.
So 9-25, Jay.
Yeah,
yep,
good.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Texans have a real good shot of upsetting. Low key, the Texans have a Cowboys type home
field
advantage, where they're faster on turf than on grass.
Yeah.
I want to say I went back and I think 4 of their losses were
over
on the road. They lost to
So they lost at home against the Colts,
right,
and they
lost to Jacksonville at home, right,
and they lost to Atlanta turf. They lost to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to the Panthers, so that's 2 on grass.
Yeah.
So they lost against the Jags here at home, and they lost the Jets turf, and they lost to the Browns here at home turf, and that's it. So they only lost 2 on grass.
So that's interesting. The Jets one, that CJ didn't play that one, right?
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, he did. Yes, he
did.
Yeah, he did.
That's the only thing.
That's the game that Wilson played like freaking
Oh,
Aaron
yeah,
Rodgers.
he
Man.
played like Joe Montana.
Yeah, man.
So I want to see how they tick up on grass. The Panthers game was on grass also.
Yep.
So those were their 2 lowest scoring games. That is interesting. Mike McDonald's off defense against Slowick is gonna be. That's gonna be lights out. That's gonna be.
Yep.
It's gonna be real for real.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
But I think they have a good opportunity of upsetting.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, man. I'm excited that the fact that they're in this position right now. I'm not gonna go over my head and say, "Oh yeah, man, they got a good chance." Like to be honest with you, I don't want to let myself to even get that close. To be honest with y'all, man, but the Texans have improved every week since I want to say since C.J. Stroud came back from his concussion.
right.
You know, and in this game right here, he only got pressured one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Tunsil did his thing.
Yeah. And that's with the number one defense coming in.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fact that this right here gives me a little bit more hope, I'll take that, man. And I know the Ravens defense is not that elite. It's
They've been balling.
They've been balling. That's what I'm saying. But recently though, but the Browns has been elite this whole season with their defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the Ravens just for the past 5 weeks, bro, they've been on fire.
Yeah. One thing I can't say during the broadcast, I didn't know that their defense was so bad on the road. At home is where they were super elite. The Browns The Browns were suspect on the road defensively. Now you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Now you go into I think the secondary of the Ravens can be dealt with.
Yeah.
Like Nico can do some things. You know you're gonna be diverse with him. He's gonna get screens. He's gonna get deep shots, and then you know your offense is gonna be creative.
Yeah.
At the least. So that's why I think it's gonna be closer than the first game, especially.
Man, at this point, man, if the Texans can give the Ravens like a little scare, I'll take that, man. But
yeah,
you know, if I had to pick a team between the Ravens and Texans, man, and if I was putting money on it, you know, I'll pick the Ravens to win that game right there.
Same.
But in my heart, shit, man, I want the Texans to win it, man. But if I'm betting, man, I'll pick the Ravens to win that game. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next game, man. Let's go to the Packers and 49ers. The weather in Santa Clara looks pretty decent, man. 62 degrees. That's good football weather right there. But the 49ers are favored to win that one with 10 points.
They're going to beat the brakes. They're going to beat the brakes. None of this.
Because you have the student against the teacher.
Yeah.
None of this stupid wide open. None of that's gonna happen. They're gonna.
Absolutely not.
It's 32-17.
Yeah.
They're gonna beat the brakes off them boys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's pretty fair that all of us picked the Niners to win that game.
For sure.
All right. In the next game, we have the Lions. We don't know who they're gonna play yet, but the Lions get to host another playoff game. So that's good for them right there.
And so most likely, so it's out of Philly or
Buccaneers.
Or Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Who do you think they want?
Man, I say they want the Buccaneers.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you don't. But then again, I feel like the Buccaneers and Philly right now are kind of the same though, man.
That's true.
You know, it's like, I mean, but
I think Jalen gives the Lions defense more of a fit than Baker does.
Than Baker, yeah. Because Baker, I don't know, man. Like the way it's looking right now, I feel like Jalen's playing just like Baker though.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know.
We'll have to see tonight. Jalen's finger. They said he didn't throw all week until maybe walkthrough.
Sheesh.
So we'll definitely.
He's gonna be rusted then, man.
We'll see. We'll see how you.
Because that running game ain't like last year's running game.
Right. We'll see how you adjust with that finger injury, but a lot can be told from tonight's The thing. All right. So even when and if the Eagles go to Detroit, it's gonna be tough for Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit
Mm-hmm.
was carved up by Puka.
Mm-hmm.
If Jalen's right, maybe they get AJ Brown back. Maybe Devontae goes crazy. They can be had for big plays. In the Lions, is what I'm saying. Can be had for big plays.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you still are able to get pressure on Goff. It's gonna be tough either way. The Lions have a good team, but they can be beat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that game yesterday they could have lost,
Yeah.
and I think the better team actually did lose. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. So that right there is that game, and then the next game we have, which is to TBD. We don't know if it's gonna be between Kansas City or the Bills, but let's say it is the Bills and Kansas City. So that means that the Chiefs will have to go to Buffalo.
Right.
So let's say that scenario happens. Who do y'all got in that game? Jay?
They play the Bills,
Josh?
they're losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they play the Bills, they're losing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and I think the Bills are just hot right now, and Kansas City just hasn't been looking so good, you know.
This is a matchup problem for me.
Yeah,
Well-
and but these are two teams that no matter what type of weather, you know, they could play through it. You know, it's like both of them play in the cold, open stadiums and whatnot. But I just feel like the Bills just
What Josh Allen are we getting?
Right.
Exactly.
That's the if we get even the Dolphins, the last game of the season, the way that Josh Allen played on that, even if we get that, the Chiefs have a chance.
yeah.
He made bad decisions over and over in that game. But if we get the elite taking care of the ball,
Yeah.
Josh Allen, it's over.
Yeah.
But it's all in his lap.
Yeah.
How that game goes, to be honest.
It's just on paper, I feel like the Bills just have a better team than the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
You know, and let's say that paper translates into the field, you know, it should say that the Bills should win this game. I mean, better receivers, check for the Bills. Better tight end right now, check. It goes for the Bills as well.
Yeah.
Quarterback play, I think Mahomes is doing way too much to save this team, which
Yeah.
you know, but I think quarterback play right now, I mean, like with Josh Allen, you know, you're going to get 3 touchdowns with 2 interceptions, but you know what I'm saying? But it's going to help out, you know. And defense-wise, I think Buffalo's defense is a little bit better than the Chiefs, but I'm not saying that it's over better, but just enough to win.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, y'all boys got anything else?
I think I'm good.
Yeah. You good now, Dre? You okay, man?
No, I'm not good until
The draft?
Until I see what the coach who's coaching next year. I'm not good until then.
Yeah. All right. Josh, how about you, man? You all right, man?
Yeah, same. I need to see what's your response.
Yeah.
And I need to see a good response.
At this point, as long as the Eagles don't make it, y'all be a little bit better, huh?
Eagles can make it. I don't care. I don't care.
I got too many Eagle fans. I won't be okay.
No.
Too many Eagle fan friends. They've been blowing me up all day, all morning. I personally need the Eagles to get demolished.
Yeah. All right. Steven, you okay? Okay. All right, man. All right. But besides that, man, let's close out the segment. Thank you for tuning in to the Shield Football Podcast. Man, check this out, guys, real quick, man. We got these new shirts in.
Yeah.
Look pretty fish. If you want some, man, let us know, man. We'll take care of y'all, man. You know, and we'll let you know how much it is, man. But yeah, merch is coming soon, guys. So be ready for that. We got some hats, shirts, hoodies. But yeah, man, we're coming in. That right there, just a little preview what's coming in. But thank you for tuning in. As I said, please like and share this video right here. YouTube is our main source right here. So please subscribe and like and tune in. And also, if you don't have YouTube or you just don't want to look our faces, hit us up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But if you could do us a favor, go to YouTube first, then go to Spotify and Apple Podcasts, which that's right there can help and build a channel moving on forward. But besides that, we'll see y'all next week and talk to y'all later, man. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.